You're watching CES Live, powered by Ustream.tv, the most powerful way to stream live video, and by NewTek, makers of the TriCaster family of broadcast and streaming systems. And now, CES Live.
Hey guys, welcome back to our continuing coverage of CES 2014 from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm John P.
And that makes me Renee Ritchie.
The fact
By
that I'm
default.
John P. Well, I guess if there was only John P. and Renee Ritchie, and I was John P.
It's an easy way for me to remember.
Okay, that's fair enough. Well, other people's names who you should remember and who you will not be able to forget when we're done are Marcus and Ilya from Revolve Robotics. How
Hello.
are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm speechless here. I'm practically speechless.
Robots are like the big deal here at CES. Finally, I've been
Definitely,
waiting
yeah.
years to have science fiction come to life. This year, I feel like I'm getting it.
Almost there. We're almost there.
Well, we have John. Do you see this? They're not the only ones on stage.
No, they are not. So first of all, we've been waiting for you guys to come on all week, and I am so glad that we've got still awesome stuff towards the end of our CS coverage. This is one of the highlights for me because we've been playing with a Kubi. Do you call it Kubi
Yeah,
or
Kubi.
Cubby?
Kubi.
We've been playing with Kubi in our office, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But you tell us, what do we have here and who do we have here?
Well, so right here we got Tim online, and actually there's a video feed that even Charlie and Kristen are also there. They're
These
on
are
the menu.
coworkers of yours?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're our whole team, or not the whole team, but a big portion of the team, and they're back in the office
You
in
couldn't
San
bring them to
Francisco.
CES, so you shoved them inside an iPad.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
shoved them inside an iPad, but now they still have the freedom to look around.
Why
they
is
can
it
talk to you.
moving? What is going on here?
So Tim here, he actually has controls very similar to what I'm showing here. This is a grid where he can just go ahead and click and have, that's his center view. If he clicks over to the right, it'll turn to the right. If he clicks to the left, it'll turn to the left. And even doing tilt. So if you kind of go up and back, it tilts the device up and down as well.
It's
So-
a telepresence, but he's not stuck on just one scene. He can actually control it, look around, see what's up, what's around him.
Yeah.
he
and
can just look at whatever the heck he wants.
And we did do something pretty
Amazing.
fun Tuesday night. We had an event at the Hard Rock, Robots on the Runway, and we reenacted the Demolition Man scene. I don't know if
Really?
you guys have
Where
seen
they had
that
all
one.
those guys
Yes.
on the
Yeah.
conference room table.
So that's, we'll say there was some inspiration from that
I
movie.
thought you were
and
going to
that's-
say pret-a-porter, but Demolition Man is right
yeah,
up
yeah.
there.
Nice.
And so we synchronized 6 different ones. They were all following Ilya as he walked around the conference room table, and we had our team on then
Robotics
as
sachet.
well.
That's
why,
cool.
why demo with one robot when you can demo with 6?
Exactly. That's more is better.
Just to make sure everyone understands, we're seeing him, but he's also seeing us. So he gets to be here even though he's not here.
Yeah,
Pretend this is his head. This is his neck. He's controlling his neck.
Tim, say hi to everyone here. Hello? There
Yeah,
you go.
I heard him.
Don't be so embarrassed. Don't
Yeah.
be so shy.
You don't have to be shy.
You're a robot. You can't be shy.
Yeah, exactly.
So if he's out of control, though, you can just take the iPad off and give him a timeout right on
Right.
the right.
All right, so let's talk about this a little bit. Our audience, the Geek Beat guy, we got a lot of people watching from, the whole Mobile Nations audience and also from the Geek Beat side. The Geek Beat side knows that we had a double telepresence robot in our office for months. And Dave, right over there, our editor-in-chief, he lives out in, I was going to say BFE. Can I say that?
Yes.
What the heck? He doesn't live in Texas, and so he has to remotely kind of connect into the office. And he had a double, and he drove around. It was great. Now, the double is a very inexpensive telepresence robot. It's about $2,500, which is a good deal for a robot that you can drive around. But not everybody has $2,500 to shell out, and you guys had a different, you guys took a different approach to the whole telepresence situation. So let's talk about that for a minute. This is basically like a little robotic head unit, but you can mount it on a stand the way you have it here,
Yep, it's a tripod mount.
or you could put it on a tripod or anything else.
Yep.
And it's at a completely different price point.
Right.
Tell us about that.
So we started out with a roaming robot. We actually prototyped it. We drove it around First of all, driving a
A
prototype.
really sexy looking one too.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. It was also an iPad on a stick with self-balancing wheels. So we drove that around a bunch, and unless your network is really set up for it, you have latency, and you end up driving into things. It's a big problem.
And people.
And people and chairs, and people close doors on you. But then ultimately, you drive that into a conference room, and you park it. And like 90% of that cost is now wasted because it's just sitting there idle, right? And not only that, but you can't look around because you have to turn the whole robot to look at people. So we just said, screw it, we'll make just the neck.
Yeah.
Just the neck part.
It really, like, as we see it, most of the benefit of a telepresence interaction, and most of the time where you're really spending time with people, you're not moving. Even if you're on a show floor here, you're often just standing, and you might be turning and talking to different people. And so that's why we want to concentrate just on that.
And let's talk about the price point. How much are these going to run you?
So this is $499 is the MSRP.
1/5 the cost of a double. Which, by the way, I love double. I legitimately, I love double. The guys over there are awesome. I still want a double because every product has a good purpose and a good place. But just for the sake of reference, you could buy 5 of these and put them strategically in different places. They could be in use by 5 different people simultaneously.
Or you could teleport.
And that's the thing that our customers really like is a lot of executives or doctors or those people, they don't really want to spend the time driving from here to the conference hall down. They would like to be able to just click, and like you can see here where I'm just tapping now on a new video feed. I just went over to now Charlie's from, these guys are only 20 feet away from each other.
Yeah, but still.
But I'm basically teleporting, and now I could be controlling each one of theirs as well, so I didn't have to spend the time driving around.
So could you really put, like, let's say we have, and we do have, people who work from all over the place. Like we've got Ben somewhere in the chat room, and he's up north, and we got Dave, and he's in the Northwest, and maybe we got somebody on the East Coast.
Kevin in Winnipeg and Phil in Miami.
Is there any reason we couldn't put 4 or 5 of these in one room, and then the guys, what would they do? Log into a web interface to take, how does that work?
So ideally what it is, here we have 2 people on one, but usually you would just want 1 person per Kubi, and they sit in the same location that they would have been. And so now they're in full control where they look as if they were really there and present. And the way that you set it up with multiple people, you can set up, like here we're using Zoom video conferencing, that allows up to 25 people to call in, and you can just have 1 person per Kubi, their face is what's large on each of those units.
What is he looking at on his end right now?
He's looking
at us, right?
Yeah.
No,
We're
is he at a
sitting
computer
right here.
terminal? Is he on an app on his screen?
He's on his MacBook.
Okay, and it's running through the web interface like John
Yeah,
said?
so he has this exact web page loaded up, and he's got a separate window for the video. He's using a separate video client. And we like it that way because you can use it with FaceTime, you could use it with absolutely anything. But then going back to the conference room thing, actually it's kind of funny. If you have several of these at the table, it's entirely possible that they'll be looking at each other.
Okay.
So you'll have 2 of these looking at each other. It's a little funny, but everybody else at the table knows that these 2 people are now talking. It's this instant physical cue.
Yeah.
Like right now, he's looking.
Yeah, he's looking over there.
He's
at
trying to
It's
read
just
what
like a
you're
human.
looking.
If you look over there, I know, and whatever.
I don't know. So how do you deal with privacy? How do I know that camera's not on, or if his parents come over and he doesn't want his mom on camera?
Well, first of all, the privacy has much more control, especially than a roaming robot, because you choose where you put it.
Yeah.
And so you choose.
Don't put it in the bathroom.
No.
What you
Unless
want
you're
it.
into that kind of thing.
We don't judge. Judge-free zone.
We are actually working on within our interfaces where you could choose okay, say I only want them to be able to see within this range, something like that. So you could actually limit it,
Restrict
the amount
movement.
of motion, and that's all just from our web front end. So it's
and on
a pretty
his side,
easy
he could just
change.
put a don't broadcast right now if he
Right.
needs to. If he needs
Or
to
just
run
freeze
off.
the thing out.
Yeah.
So everyone talks about when you're video conferencing that you're sitting in your underwear, and so that way you can make sure that nobody
He's got
Yeah,
pants
they can't-
on.
they
Pants
can't
check, John.
actually-
they
Pants
can't.
check.
They
I never
can't
wear
do the
pants.
You do
check.
have to wear pants now.
I'm not wearing pants right now.
That's why this
thanks.
booth is so popular.
That's right.
So you mentioned doctors already. You mentioned using in offices. Where else are you seeing this technology deployed?
Surprisingly, we haven't really promoted it to them, but we have a ton of education customers. A lot of universities, especially smaller universities that want to get like a renowned professor to be able to interact with their students. So they'll bring these in, and some of them are even setting up like a Kubi on each lab bench. So they might already have like a pan tilt zoom camera in the front of the room so that remote professor can look around, but they want to be able to have a closer interaction. Like there's been one that's like a robotics and one that's more of a chemistry class, and that way they can actually be interacting.
So you can have the
them.
professor, John, and then all the students can have them on their desk and be an entirely robotic classroom.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and the professor can basically just have, and they're building their own custom web interfaces with our APIs, and they just have the list of every student, and then when they want to go there, they just tap on that student, and then it logs into that Kubi.
One other thing I think that's worth noticing that we didn't really mention, where's the power? It's wireless. This is a battery-operated unit, right? You do not have it powered right now, but you can. It just takes.
Yeah, that's a mini USB. We have about 3 hours of battery life. We've been doing a lot of guerrilla marketing here at the show, kind of carrying it around and just doing different setups and letting different friends and colleagues and people log in.
So if you wanted to, if I had, let's say, an external battery, the same kind I would power an iPad with or something, if I plug it into that, is that enough power to recharge it?
Yep, that's what we've been walking around like that all day.
Yeah, you
can
have
a hotspot running off.
You can have any size battery pack that has, USB. Like our friends, Mophie, they have a bunch of different size battery packs.
Yeah.
So
do we have time to mention that it's not just iPad, but there's a Nexus 7?
Oh yeah.
There?
So what do we have going on over there?
So one of the cool things about this is, first of all, we designed it with Bluetooth 4.0. So Bluetooth 4.0 is pretty universal these days. But then also physically, we designed this mount to fit just about anything. So this will fit anything from a Microsoft Surface down to a Nexus 7. And
including a full-size iPad or
obviously
mini.
Full-size iPad, mini, whatever comes out, realistically. And because it's Bluetooth 4.0, we don't know what's going to come out, but if it's Android, if it's iOS, we already have apps for it. We just released an Android app that works just the same, and then we're going to be working on a Microsoft app in the near future.
So yeah, I can launch this one, and it's pretty cool. So this Kubi app, instead of needing to actually actively connect it, like if you connect a Bluetooth headset or speakerphone, normally you need to do that. In the Android one, it just automatically searches for, when it's in the proximity of the Kubi, searches for the nearest one. It says Kubi found, connecting. Takes a little while to connect, but you'll see this in a sec. It'll pop up, and then it's connected, and then we'll be able to control this one.
So will it be that easy with any, could I use my little Samsung Tab in there and it would connect the same way, or is it because that has NFC, or what's the deal
as long as it has Bluetooth 4.0. So Bluetooth 4.0 is all distance dependent.
Oh, okay.
So we say when you're within 1 foot of this thing, just connect.
Then it knows, okay, I'm close enough.
And the idea is this lives in your conference room. Chances are you have a work issued tablet, or you just have a tablet.
Yeah.
Because everybody does. You have it, you bring it in, drop it in,
and bang, go at it.
You don't even need
there
to think
it is.
about
There you go.
There we go.
Now,
so
this is interesting. Don't anybody go connecting. Oh, we're out of time. But don't go anybody connecting. But this is how it works. So
they can.
So don't type that address in right now.
Don't do it.
Whatever you do, don't type that in and then take over the.
Do it.
No, but if that's the way they do it, is they just.
So you can copy the link, or even email it.
And we could, and then we give somebody that URL, and bang, they could take over that case.
Tablet done.
So
cool.
yeah, I'll just go ahead and put that URL right in here on mine, and you'll see we'll be able to start.
If nobody beats you to it.
Yeah.
Right. And the cool thing is you can have as many people logged in as possible, and they'll just be fighting for control. So we've had Google Hangouts. I've set this thing up in a DJ booth, and we had people, Google Hangouts in and kind of go crazy.
But another thing we're setting up that actually many of our customers have requested, instead of there just being one link for it, they want to schedule a meeting, kind of like when you schedule a conference call, that you have a temporary ID that then, that'll work for that hour.
Window.
I share it with that person, and then they can
revoke it or
Yeah.
clean it out.
Yeah.
Cool. We could sit here and play with these things all day. They're awesome, and it makes for such a visually appealing environment with them spinning around, acting crazy. You guys, go check it out. Where can they actually go and buy one or see more?
So you can buy them directly from our website, revolverobotics.com, and there's a get Kubi or a buy now
Awesome.
directly on there.
Okay, guys, go order like 20 of them, stage them around a conference room, do the whole thing. We'll be right back with our continuing coverage here at CES 2014. I'm John P.
I'm Renee Ritchie.
We're out of here.
Thank you, guys.